Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will talk about Yeast Two-Hybrid System, and that's a genetic approach to detect protein-protein interaction inside a cell. So protein-protein interactions are very important in order to understand the signaling pathways or to understand the role of proteins in disorders and in drug design. We know that in cell, the more than 80% protein, they do not work alone. They exist in oligomeric state, like in dimeric state or in other quaternary states. So those interaction occurring between those protein molecules, you call them protein-protein interactions. And so far in earlier lecture, we have discussed about protein-protein interaction detection methods, which are used in vitro, for example, IMSA or TAP or other methods. So, but the challenge was that we have not talked about any method which can detect protein-protein interaction in vivo, and that is Yeast-2 hybrid system. So, Yeast-2 hybrid system is a molecular biology technique used to determine if two protein interacts. So for here, the important thing is that you cannot detect unknown partners of a protein. You suspect two protein to interact with each other. No, that can be confirmed using this two hybrid system. Novel partners, new proteins cannot be found out using this method. It was developed in 1989, and the host organism cell taken here for detection of protein-protein interaction, that is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, that's a Baker's yeast. So the core logic it uses the modular nature of eukaryotic transcription factors. So GAL4 is a transcription factor in yeast, which is used in Yeast-2 hybrid system. So we know transcription factors are proteins which bind to promoter region of a gene and helps in transcription and then eventually translation. That's what you call gene expression. So transcription factors helps in expression of a gene. And the GAL4 transcription factor, basically, it has two domain, a DNA binding domain, which BD domain we call that. And this DNA binding domain binds to upstream activation sequence in a promoter region of a gene. And this DNA binding domain is connected to another domain, which is called activation domain. And these two domains are linked through a flexible linker. So that simply domain simply means domains are the unit of a single polypeptide chain which can fold independently, and then they can perform their function also independently. It means if you cut them apart, these two domains, they can still function whatever their function is. For example, BD domain bind to DNA promoter region, and the activation domain it recruits RNA polymerase. So when DNA binding domain binds to this promoter region here, upstream activation sequence, the activation domain align itself in such a way on the promoter region that it can recruit RNA polymerase, and the subsequent gene uh, is get converted into messenger RNA. That's transcription. So that's how this GAL4 transcription factor it activates a gene expression, and the expression can be checked. For example, here a gene expression is checked in terms of a reporter gene. So reporter gene could be anything simply. For example, beta galactosidase enzyme can be used as a reporter gene, which can be seen whether gene expression is occurring. So in this case, the BD domain binds to the promoter region, and AD domain recruit the transcription machinery, RNA polymerase, so the gene expression can occur. So that's a core logic of a functioning of a transcription factor. And the important here in GAL4, these two AD and BD domain can be removed. After removal also, they can perform function. And then on the 3' side, you have a gene reporter gene, which expression it can be checked by providing a color non-color substrate, so that can be converted into a colored product. So the two protein X and Y, which we expect to be interacting inside the cell, you call that bait protein or the prey protein. So bait and prey interaction can be checked here. So how do you do that? For example, this is X protein is a bait protein, and Y protein is a prey protein, and you want to see whether they interact inside cell or not. So for that, you make two vectors, a BD DNA binding domain of GAL4 is fused with the X protein, and activation domain AD domain of GAL4 is fused with the Y protein. Proteins cannot be fused. So if you want to fuse two proteins, you simply fuse their DNA. So you have DNA of BD domain fused with connected to the DNA of X domain in one vector. In another vector, which you call pre vector, you have AD domain DNA fused with the Y protein, the pre protein DNA. So these two vectors are transformed inside each cell, and inside each cell, if there is no interaction between X and Y, you see here the BD domain anyway will bind to the US sequence of the promoter region here. And when BD domain bind, X is of course linked to BD domain in the protein, because those vectors you have transformed in the Saccharomyces cerevisiae, they are translated into the protein product. So you have BD protein fused with the X protein, and AD protein fused with the Y protein, expressing in the same cell of Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So if there is no interaction between X and Y, ADY will not come close to X, because there is no interaction between X and Y simply. So in that case, AD will not be located in proximity of BD. Remember, in case of transcription factor, if gene expression has to occur, the BD domain and AD domain should be in close proximity. And if there is no interaction between X and Y, AD will be away from BD. So no transcription of the gene would be occurring here. Because if AD is not binding close proximity to the BD, it will not be able to recruit RNA polymerase here. So this gene expression cannot occur. But in case if there is interaction between X and Y, in that matter, the X and Y would be, you see, would be bringing together here. This if XY interact, X and Y would be in close proximity. As a result, BD domain and AD will be also near to each other on the promoter region. And when this happens, the AD domain will recruit RNA polymerase. So the RNA polymerase can bind to the promoter region of the gene, and transcription of the gene can occur. So here, this gene which you are measuring expression is called reporter gene, and that reporter gene is taken LAC-Z. LAC-Z means the gene which encodes for beta galactosidase enzyme. So if there is interaction between X and Y, this LAC-Z messenger RNA will be produced, right? So this messenger RNA from nucleus will be transported to the cytosol, and inside the cytosol, ribosome would be translating into protein, and finally you have beta galactosidase enzyme present in the cytosol. And that is resulted, remember, from the interaction between X and Y. Now, beta galactosidase is known to convert a colorless substrate called XGAL to a blue color product. So from outside in the medium, if you provide XGAL will reach inside the cell, and if beta galactosidase is present, it will hydrolyze XGAL to this indigo derivative blue color product. So all the colonies you will see, they are blue color in nature. So you see the blue color colonies, that simply means X and Y are interacting. So here, instead of beta galactosidase as a reporter gene, you can use any other enzyme also, which you can detect. Presence of the enzyme you can detect, that can be used. And this enzyme is specifically beta galactosidase convert XGAL. XGAL is 5-bromo-4-chloro-3-indolyl beta-D-galactopyroxide, is hydrolyzed into galactose and a blue color product, that is 5,5-dibromo-4,4-dichloroindigo. So that's how the colonies you see from your eyes, they are blue in color. That indicate X and Y proteins are interacting with each other. So in summary, Yeast Two-Hybrid System is a powerful genetic technique used to detect physical interaction between two non-protein. Remember, two non-protein which you are expecting to be interacting. It cannot find novel partners. So it relies on the expression of a reporter gene. You can detect the presence of the reporter gene, and for that you fuse a bait protein with a vector with the DNA binding domain, prey protein with the activation domain of the GAL4, and those two plasmid, they are transforming to the yeast cell. Inside yeast, it will bind to the promoter region of LAC-Z gene, and if interaction occurs, you will see expression in terms of the blue color colonies present. So there are limitations also. Auto activation can occur there of transcription. So in case of auto activation, you will get false positive. So that could be one problem with the system. If another issue could be nuclear localization, because it happens inside the nucleus. If some protein is not staying inside nucleus, for example, membrane protein, they quickly get out of the nucleus and insert it in the membrane. So those membrane protein interaction cannot be detected. And if X or Y require any kind of post-translation modification, which is not occurring in the yeast, that also will give you false negative result. Or if there is a non-specific binding to X and Y, you will get false positive result in this technique.